Pipers, thanks for tuning in to this edition of the Piper Report. October has been a busy month for Hamline, both in terms of events and accomplishments. Hamline was recently named to Victory Media's military-friendly school list. Victory Media surveys tens of thousands of colleges, universities, and trade schools, and recognizes schools that are outstanding in supporting student and employee military service members, veterans, and spouses. Additionally, the Career Development Center received a $145,000 grant to increase paid internship opportunities for students. The grant, titled the Career Ready Internship, was awarded by the Great Lakes Higher Education Guarantee Corporation and will create many new opportunities for students. Hamline Undergraduate Student Congress has established a space on the third floor of the Anderson Center as a Student Involvement Annex, a space for student organizations and groups to conduct meetings, make banners and posters, and even more. Student orgs and groups can reserve the space on 25 Live, Hamline's classroom and space management site. On October 2nd, students, faculty, and staff gathered together in the Hamline Church to listen to Congressman Keith Ellison talk about his life journey and vision for the 21st century America. Congressman Ellison was invited to speak at the annual keynote address hosted by Commitment to Community. C2C is a university-wide diversity initiative committee for students, faculty, and staff who strives to foster diversity awareness, knowledge, and understanding on this campus.
I'm Jack Bryan, reporting for the Piper Report. I'm outside of K. Frederick's Ballroom in Kloss Center here at Hamline University, where on Sunday, October 19th, the gubernatorial debate took place.
Thank you. Well, thank you all for being here. I am running for governor because I think someone needs to stand up for the forgotten middle class in this state.
I campaign on the promise of a better Minnesota, and I believe that that promise has come true in the last 3.5 years.
Hamline students Miko Taylor and Aaron Harvey each asked a question during the live debate.
I'm here with Erin Harvey, a sophomore here at Hamline University. She has a question about student loan debt. This is a question that's on the minds of many, many students and adults out there. And there's no rebuttal for this question. Governor Dayton, you will answer first. Erin, your question.
Thank you, Kelsey. My question was submitted by a member of our student body at our Student Congress General Assembly. And this question is, student loan debt is very high for students throughout this country and in this state. What do you plan to do to help students battle student loan debt?
Both the state and federal governments need to step forward and do more of their share, which we addressed last time with freezing tuitions at the University of Minnesota and the MSU campuses. Now that doesn't apply to Hamline, obviously, but we did increase the student aid by a significant amount, about $100 million, and that does benefit students in here as well as other private colleges and universities.
It is a crisis. It's a big problem, and I think the only answer we saw during the last 2 years at least was a tuition freeze, which I think is fine, and I think we may probably want to consider that again for a couple of years, but that's a Band-Aid. It's kind of a typical, really short-term, politically popular answer that does nothing to actually bend the curve on costs that are just killing students once they graduate. I think we've got to look at several different things. We have to look at administrative costs.
I'm here with Miko Taylor, a senior here at Hamline University, getting ready to go out into the workforce and thinking about the job outlook. That is the topic for this question. Again, no rebuttal. Governor Dayton, you will answer first. Miko, your question.
So my question was also submitted at our most recent General Assembly for Student Congress. My question is, as governor, what will you guys do to increase the job markets for graduating seniors?
Well, as I said before, we have 170,000 more jobs in Minnesota today than we did when I took office, so that's certainly what I would call increasing the job market. We want to do farther than that, and we will continue to recruit companies, continue to offer them the reasons that they come to Minnesota, which is the best educated, hardest working, most productive workforce, meaning the people of Minnesota that we have anywhere in the world.
Well, thank you, Miko, for the question. And I think this is a big difference between the governor and me, because I recognize that the underemployment rate in Minnesota, the people who are overqualified for the job they're in and probably underpaid, which happens to be a lot of new graduates, is 53% in Minnesota.
The Piper Report had the opportunity to talk with some students and staff before and after the debate.
I'm most excited to learn what the politicians stand for, and hopefully that can sway me on which way to vote.
I've never been to a debate before. This is my first political debate. I watched a couple on TV, but just the presidential ones. I think it'd be really cool just to see how a smaller debate kind of just works.
It was a good debate. I really appreciate the fact that they tackle both domestic and global issues. They talked about the middle class in Minnesota, about tuition and loans, and they also talked about Ebola, which is a global issue that eventually might affect the state of Minnesota.
For me, it was just insightful. I don't necessarily share the viewpoints of either candidate, but I can appreciate them expressing them and having those viewpoints.
It was really nice to see them in person and really get more of a feel for their personality and who they are as candidates.
I really appreciate the fact that both candidates are putting on one of their top lists of agenda items, increasing the business climate in Minnesota, making it very competitive across the board. Also keeping a focus on attaining more jobs and job creation, which will help everyone out here in Minnesota, including students upon graduation.
I'm here because I'm a political science major and I've never actually seen a debate, and this was an opportunity to see a debate on Hamline campus, and I thought it would be really fun.
Campus gained a new facility over the summer, Mulkern Sport Court. The Piper Report interviewed Hamline University Student Council President to learn more about the creation and implementation of Mulkern Court.
Hi, my name is Alyssa Heim and I am the Husk President. And recently there was a new addition to campus that you may have noticed. It's the Sport Court. I was on the committee last year for the implementation of it. President Hansen had asked Husk for a donation to the Sport Court as there's a high student interest for it. Husk created a committee to donate this money, to decide to donate this money, and we decided that it was the best interest for the students to donate, as it was a need on campus for many students. Lamar Shingles was the one who kind of got the ball rolling on all of this and wanted to do this for many years, so it's a very good addition. Lamar is very excited about this. Husk is very excited about this. I know a lot of students are very excited about this. However, we didn't just jump into conclusions, hey, we're going to do this. We sent out a survey to the student body, and over 70% of the survey participants said that they would like Husk to donate this money. Not only did they like the idea of a sport course, but they also liked the idea that Husk was donating it, which was very positive for both the sport court and Husk.
Earlier this month, the court was dedicated to Dick Mulkern. Mulkern served Hamline University from 1962 to 1991 as a coach for football, track and field, and wrestling, professor for physical and health education, and director of athletics. Mulkern led the 1966 football team to win the MIAC championship. Here's President Hansen and Mulkern talking at the dedication.
7 athletic competitions that Dick completed to celebrate his 60th birthday. 68, the age when Dick bungee jumped for the first time. And at age 50, Dick ran a marathon.
I'm very honored. I really not sure that that was happening in a lifetime, anything that, because I didn't feel I needed it. You guys gave all the love to women and men and family, more than I ever dreamed I had. So, before I start plotting again, anyway, I love you and I thank you, and God bless you.
After the dedication, the Hamline Swing Club performed because of Mulkern's love for dance.
Jack Bryan here, reporting for the Piper Report. I'm on Old Main Mall, where not long ago, students, faculty, staff, and community members met for the Not Here Rally. The Not Here Rally is a community gathering to stand together against all forms of discrimination and violence. The program included speakers from the local community and an opportunity for the Hamline community to voice the hopes, aspirations, commitments, and truth-telling about the Hamline community.
In this week of commitment to community, we come here together to raise our voices in defense of our greatest values. Among these, inclusion, justice, and equality. We come together to say with one voice that we reject discrimination, we reject violence, we reject hate. We come here to say emphatically, not here.
But we believe that as a campus, we have the potential to be exceptional.
So it's not here, right? But we are here. And it's all about being a community that's about action, right? And so keeping it all together, even in the face of the torment, even in the face of the hurt.
We have to look at our lack of experience. We have to address our prejudice and biases. We have to confront our ignorance and misinformation. We have to make peace with our mistakes and our missteps, as well as the mistakes and missteps that others have made. We have to look at and confront those emotions that sometimes comfort us, like anger and fear and guilt and shame and indifference and other immobilizing emotions.
Here at Hamline, let us go forward and act and organize and ally together. We have a lot to do, and we can do it. Thank you.